Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. Once again, Hunter still working to get back to the Northland. Hopefully he's okay. We'll actually hear from him in just a sec, but first, wanted to let you know that today we are going to be chatting about Saturday's Fall Fest event happening over at Duluth's Chester Bowl this weekend, and then we're going to be talking about the important Aruna Run also happening this weekend, that one occurring over at UMD. We'll have some awesome chats there. But before we get to those conversations, Hunter actually sent me and our director Shania a video to prove that he is okay. Here's the update he wanted to provide to you.
Hey there, Northern Life viewers. Hunter here. We're trapped in Mitchell, South Dakota for the time being. We got the Corn Palace behind me. Just me, Kayla, my new best friend right here, old Mr. Colonel. And yeah, we're starting to look for houses maybe to buy. We've applied at the Walmart. We've applied for jobs over at Cabela's. There's a Cabela's here. And gotta be honest with you, 3 days of the Corn Palace in a row. Not the most ideal situation. We've got some truck troubles, and it's an expensive one, unfortunately. But we're making it through. Our positivity is through the roof, something. And yeah, please get me out of here. I hope to be back towards the end of the week. Nice city, great Corn Palace. 3 days in a row of the Corn Palace might be just a tad too much, but it is cool. Anyway, hopefully we'll see you towards the end of the week. Rock on, everybody.
Hunter McCullough going to become our Mitchell, South Dakota reporter if he stays there any more days. Well, hey, let's get to a few more stories. Down in Missouri, there is a little girl born with a condition that's so rare, only 2 other children in the world have it. Caroline Hecker shows us how her entire school district is rallying behind her and celebrating her for who she is.
All right.
It's a big day.
Hi.
For 4-year-old Summer Baronic.
Look, you're on camera. Say hi.
As she makes her way to Hillsboro's Early Childhood Center.
It says support squad. That's for you.
A banner celebrating her hangs in the cafeteria. It's part of a larger effort by the Hillsboro R3 school district.
Let's go play.
Hoping to highlight Summer for all that she is.
We don't want to hold her back from anything, and we don't want anyone else to think they should hold her back from anything because of her limitations. We can do everything else that everyone else can do. We just might have to do it a little differently.
Good job.
Kristen McCloy is a special education teacher at the Early Childhood Center and admits she didn't know much about WSS.
When I seen her diagnosis and information, I was like, that's one I haven't heard. So I was like, let me do some Googling and research. Boom.
But in the last 4 weeks, she says Summer has taught her
I see you.
far more than she could have ever looked up.
She's a face that we're going to see hopefully for the next, 13 years in our district. And instead of putting that stigma out there for kids of special needs, putting awareness out there.
WSS is a rare genetic disorder and can cause cognitive delays and physical abnormalities.
I think you got spotted.
Summer is one of 3 kids in the world with WSS and a recessed jaw and cleft palate.
3 children in the entire world with her specific case is just absolutely insane to think about.
But she's also just like any other 4-year-old, independent and curious.
Is there anything in there?
About everything. So on a day meant to bring awareness to her diagnosis, Summer is far from letting it define her.
1, 2.
In Hillsboro, Caroline Hecker, First Alert 4.
Now to Wisconsin, where a dairy farmer saw an opportunity to shine in another field, and he's certainly making it count. Dale Ryman shows us how.
In this Iola shop, the melody of a chainsaw is common here. It's how Ben Bushke uses his instrument,
professional chainsaw carver,
to strike a chord.
I love going to work every day.
In no way did this Manawa dairy farmer ever imagine he'd carve this path.
That's where I grew up, that's where I was born, and just lived on a farm my whole life, and I always thought that's what I'd be doing.
Until one day, 8 years ago, he came home from the farm with an idea.
Just out of the blue, and just said he was going to chainsaw carve a bear. And I was like, okay, go, that sounds fun. It's not very good, but
3 years and lots of practice later, he decided it's time to branch out.
It was COVID, so it was kind of like, well, let's do it. The world's falling apart, burning around us. Let's do something crazy.
jumping into doing something like that for the first time, it's pretty scary. I don't know.
The two have been side by side since junior high.
Right away.
Not in 8th
100%.
Lindsay and Ben have been linked since 8th grade.
He was different. He wasn't like other boys that age.
We're so similar, you know, our personalities, what we like. Now we got 2 kids and still together.
With family life firmly rooted,
Oh yeah, burn it.
business is booming. Ben put together a piece for UW Stevens Point to welcome students back to campus. He'll also make house calls.
Absolutely love it.
A damaged tree became a canvas for Ben, turning this tree stump into the Hams Bear.
I didn't think it would look so spot on as far as the Hams Bear as it does, you know, being a carving. When we watch, we could kind of see it come to life.
I thought it turned out really cool, just because I didn't do too many cartoony style things.
He has thousands of carvings on his resume, and his schedule is constantly filling up. Ben will tell you, it's pretty cool
Got his red flannel on.
to turn your hobby into a career.
Sometimes you reflect more and appreciate it a lot more, and some days you forget and you're just working.
Very weird, unique way to make a living, but it fits our family, it fits our life.
It's a moose.
It is moose indeed. Well, hey, coming up, a popular fall tradition is back in Duluth on Saturday. We'll get you ready for Chester Bowl's Fall Fest when we return here on Northern Light. Welcome back, everybody. One of Duluth's favorite community traditions is back again this weekend. The Chester Bowl Fall Fest, set for Saturday, bringing together hundreds of local vendors. Got live music, plenty of food. It's just all sorts of fall fun. And joining us now is the executive director of the Chester Bowl Improvement Club. We have Dave Schaefer. Dave, appreciate you stopping by.
My pleasure.
Always good to see you. So, Fall Fest, always a great time of year. A lot of people make it out. For people who have never been, though, Dave, how would you describe the experience?
First and foremost, it's a celebration of community. Wow, it's a one-day event and it brings out up to 10,000 people in the park. So just a great opportunity to see folks you haven't seen in a while, just bumping into them. But of course, people are there to check out the 135 craft vendors. It's amazing some of the things that folks can create and that are available for people to buy there. That tends to make you a little bit hungry.
A little bit,
so
yeah.
We have 15 food trucks that'll be at the event.
Yeah.
I think if you go home from Fall Fest hungry, you're doing it wrong.
All sorts of fall fun to take in. What is this, your 41st annual?
41st.
That's
so
incredible.
This has been going on a long time and growing to a point where we really can't grow the event much more because the park is out of space.
The park, you're running out of room. It's also amazing because people are coming together, but it's also a major fundraising effort for you guys. How do the suggested donations that you'll collect when people walk in, how does that support our local families here?
So we think that any family should be able to participate in outdoor recreation regardless of their income. So for us, that means our ski and snowboard program in the winter and then our summer day camp. So we award scholarships to families that just wouldn't be able to afford to participate otherwise. We can do that because of fundraising efforts like Fall Fest. So when people come in the gate, you'll have the opportunity to give a free will donation. We recommend $5 per person or $10 per family. It is optional, so don't let that keep you from coming, but every dollar goes back to families to be able to afford our programming and be part of summer camp. It's such a magical thing for kids' lives. Or, I mean, Duluth winters are long if you don't have something winter-centric to get you through it. So to be able to have kids learn to ski, learn to snowboard makes a big difference. We want to make sure anyone has that opportunity.
Oh, it's such an awesome mission. And you know, it sounds like you guys are expecting thousands, maybe over 10,000 people possibly. Parking might be kind of tricky for folks. How would you suggest getting to Fall Fest this weekend?
Yes, if you are close enough to walk or bike, that's a great option. We do have bike parking right at the entrance on Skyline at the park. But there is no parking in the neighborhood. There's a very limited number of disability parking spots at the gate, but for everyone else, please park at UMD Lot B. It is free parking, and there are shuttle buses that run continuously, which are also free. We just want to get people into the park, and we know there's not enough parking in the neighborhood. I've talked to folks who maybe tried to find neighborhood parking one year, took the shuttle the next, and they say, I'm never going back. It is fast, it is convenient, and again, free, so you don't have to worry about anything. please, 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 if you're driving, take the shuttle.
Is the perfect option. And you know, when you arrive at Fall Fest, obviously there's people selling things, you got food. Let's talk about the live music that people can expect too.
Oh, it's a great lineup this year. So we have music. The first band starting at 10 is Lydia Boyum and Ryan Lane. They're a singer-songwriter duo. Then at noon we have Owler, which is a trio from Virginia, Minnesota. The lead singer, Carl Sundquist, has played on our stage as parts of other bands, but back in this trio format. And then the 2 o'clock band is a band called Climbs, and they played at our summer concert series, and immediately we loved them so much that we knew we had to get them back.
Oh, cool.
So no matter when you come, it's a great opportunity to just check out some local talent, and it's right by the food trucks. So if you get a snack, sit down at the picnic tables, listen to some music, head back out to the booths after that.
It's just going to be the perfect day. And so, Dave, if maybe folks go to Fall Fest, maybe if they don't go to Fall Fest, what else is happening down at Chester Bowl after Fall Fest and also as we get ready for the winter?
Well, we not only do summer camp, we have our fall camp. So on October 16 and 17, we have the MEA break. Kids are out of school. We run a 2-day camp. And registration is open for that if families want to apply or to register. And we do have scholarships available for that. But also, just today, our registration opened for the winter ski and snowboard program. So if people want to rent equipment for the year or request a scholarship, they do need to register between today and October 13th, and that would get them more information and get them in the program. But there's always things happening at Chester Bowl. It's a busy place, and we love that energy that's always buzzing in the park.
And Dave, what have you learned after doing Fall Fest all these years?
You know, I think the key thing is that it's always going to be a great day. Even if the weather hasn't cooperated, we've had some rainstorms come through, but no matter what, people are out, they're having a good time. The vendors are so excited to be able to share what they've made with the community. It's just always a fun day. And I should mention too, we are watching the weather. And so we do have an opportunity to move from so the event is Saturday, September 20th from 9:30 to 4:30. If weather forces us to, we can move it to Sunday. So if the weather's questionable, people can check out chesterbowl.org and we'll post whether we've shifted it or not.
Gotcha. Or possibly follow you on Facebook too, just in case there's those updates.
Yep, Facebook and Instagram will have that update as well.
All right, wonderful. Well, Dave Schaefer with the Chester Bowl Improvement Club. Appreciate you stopping by, Dave.
My pleasure.
And have a great time this Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you plan on going out, folks, it is this Saturday, 9:30 a.m. all the way to 4:30 p.m. So much fun to enjoy. It's going to be at Duluth Chester Bowl area. There is a suggested donation, like Dave was saying, $5 per person, $10 per family that helps fund scholarships for kids for those year-round programs. Be sure to stop by. You can find more information on their website over at chesterbowl.org. We'll see you after the break. Hey, coming up in a few days, you have the chance to run or walk to help free, employ, and empower survivors of human trafficking. And today, we are joined by Curran Zach here to talk about the Twin Ports Aruna Run, which is coming up on September 21st. Curran, thanks for being here. Good to see you. How you been?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
I heard this was a dream of yours to be on TV someday.
I am living up every second of this. This is so much fun for me.
It's always good to have people who are happy to be here. Well, obviously an important thing we're talking about today, Curran. Could you share more about the mission when it comes to the Aruna Run?
Yeah, so Aruna, if you guys don't know, is a nonprofit organization that supports and frees women who have been freed from human trafficking. So it gives a whole lot of kind of opportunities, whether it's job, whether it's community, whether it's opportunities wherever they're living. So it kind of gives them an ability to kind of live a life that's been kind of stolen from them. Right. So I think it's really cool that we're doing this.
Yeah, it is an incredible mission. Why did you feel empowered to help join in this effort?
Well, I first heard about it my freshman year at college, and it's an event that Crew is one of the sponsors for this race, and I'm now a student leader there. And so I first heard it then, and so I have a little bit of a running background. So I was like, oh, this sounds like an amazing opportunity. So I did it, and now 2 years later, I'm sitting here talking about it. So it's been really cool. I really love the cause. I think everyone can resonate with this cause like that. So I think it's a really cool opportunity that we're able to do every fall.
Yeah, and then how are these funds used to help the survivors? Do you know?
Yeah. So the money that we raised, so I think last year was around $30,000.
Wow.
All that money goes directly to these women, like the opportunities that listed earlier, it like goes to like fund that. So clothing, like housing, like therapy, all of those kind of like options where like the money that like the donations and the fundraising, or like even like the like registration, like the funds that you put for registration goes directly to that cause. So.
And then what does the schedule look like on the day of the race? What can people expect?
Yeah, so a little bit different than last year. We have a walking route.
Nice.
And the race will be an hour earlier than it was last year. So it's going to be starting at 4:30 at UMD Athletic Fields 8. And so a really cool thing that we're doing this year is a walking route, just so like the course doesn't get too jumbled up like we saw last year. It got pretty like condensed. So we have a whole walking route, which is about 2 miles. So those who aren't inclined to running, we have a perfect option.
Wonderful. And then for the people who maybe can't be there for the race, how else can they help out in the Aruna mission?
Yeah, for sure. For those who can't race, because I know it's a Sunday night, so sometimes people can't make the drive up here if they were. There's a fundraising like page, like a donating page that you can do. So if you don't register, you can always like donate to whether it's a team or whether you're just like giving money specifically to Aruna. All the money was funneled in to the same spot.
Right. And I'd imagine after all these years, Curran, that it's cool to see probably new people you meet, build a community to help others in such an important way.
Yeah, well, that's another thing that's really cool about it is it's like a blend of student and community. So obviously being on campus, there's a large student body there, but we pull in a lot of community members. So you get like a mix of both of them, like running on the same route, which I think is a really cool dynamic.
Super cool dynamic. Well, Curran, Zach here talking about the Aruna Run. Curran, appreciate you being here and hope you have a great time on the 21st.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And then for the folks at home, the Twin Ports Aruna Run is at the UMD area on September 21st, starting at 4:30. Like Curran said, you can find more information about the run, as well as more information about that mission and the project at arunaproject.com. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back. Before we go today, coming up tomorrow too, I'm not going to be here sadly. That is because I'm taking some PTO, taking a little vacation. I'm off to the Boundary Waters. I get to go back, hang out with my friends as we make this, another annual trip. Should be a whole lot of fun. I know we entered on the Gunflint Trail last time. I think we're going through Ely this time around, but getting pretty close to that international border. So should be all sorts of fun. I'll be gone until Sunday. So hopefully Hunter and I are going to be back on Tuesday with a brand new show for you all. But since Hunter's gone, since I'm gone, guess who's going to be helping us out? I believe we're going to be having Sydney Whitty and Madison Green filling in, getting to talk about the morning show, what they've been up to this summer, as in, things maybe possibly as we're looking ahead to the fall, and also provide more fun and laughs to all of you wonderful people out there. So appreciate you, your patience, your support, as it's been a little lonely here in the studio, just me. Also, coming up tomorrow night, be sure to find my special report with our team on Northern News Now at 10 o'clock. I had the privilege of getting to speak with a longtime therapist here in Duluth, getting a better understanding of why we find joy in others' people's pain, especially online. Quite eye-opening for me as I got to put it together, so I hope you find it informational and thought-provoking as well. I hope it turned out good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We love you. We hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.